Just to get back on the conversation on value chain, right? For the benefits of those who are not really agri business expert, or who are not even in the space, right? Can you share more in depth in terms of how the value chain in Africa in agriculture is like an overview of how it is developing and what you see in it?
So when we say value chain, like agribusiness of value chain, it's broad, so it covers right from the sourcing of inputs into production, right through to the market.
Okay.
And the we've in Africa, we've always had production or have been focused on production. We also
Okay.
have markets. We have others also focusing on markets, but the interlinkages hadn't been done well. For value chains to be properly developed, it requires that we have that connectivity among the
Okay.
actors fully, and then they have a transparent system that ensures value creation from one level to the other, so that
Okay.
we do not just talk about production, but we are also looking at jobs and income. So we are not
Okay.
just in the near future. We are not just going to talking about yields. We know to make this. We know to produce, say, 10 billion worth of produce, but
Yeah.
there is actual participation or linkages among the key actors, because we produce a lot, but we still have
Okay.
high post-harvest loss. And it's very important that the value chains function properly. There is that kind of interconnectivity that so we
Yeah.
can have efficient value chains that would ensure value creation for all actors along the value chain. I don't know what I've been able to explain myself.
Yes, you have been able to, and I just want to stress a little bit in regards to, because when you talk about value chain, it involves working with more than just the people you're working with directly. It involves even to the point of activities that are beyond your own control as an expert, right? But how do you ensure this transparency and trust? Because these are like very key things which in the broader governmental space or business itself, transparency and trust is actually lacking, most especially in the African continent here itself. But how do you ensure that transparency and trust is effective enough for the stakeholders to know that what is going on is actually what should be for the value chain to be effective? Maybe you can also lay case studies with regards to the processes you've engaged in with Ghana and Burkina Faso and other regions in Africa.
Okay, so being open has being very transparent has been one of our core values. And
Yeah.
so for us, when we started as ASNAP, ASNAP served as a broker between farmers or producers and buyers. So as an NGO, we were not to do business, as in we're not focused on doing business to have profit for ourselves. So
Okay.
we have buyers in the US, we have buyers from Asia, in Europe, who, for example, for one of our medicinal plants,
Yeah.
Griffonia wakanga, they want to buy. Here you are,
Please,
somebody.
Can you help our listeners understand what agriphonia? Not everybody is actually an agricultural scientist here to understand most of those terminologies.
Okay, so Griffonia, it's Griffonia simplicifolia. It's a seed that we export. It's a shrub, but we have some seeds that come out of it that we export outside. There is an active ingredient in it that's a 5-HTP. That
Okay.
is used, sold in the US as other counter drugs for weight loss. We have
Okay.
Wakanga Africana that has the active ingredients vincamin, vinpocetine, also used in
Yeah.
energy drinks and also to control, for drug withdrawal symptoms. We've worked on a lot of these medicinals and spices. So two of the
Okay.
medicinals I mentioned to you was the Wakanga Africana and then Griffonia simplicifolia.
Okay.
Now, for these buyers who come in, who wants to buy, they do not want to deal with multiple collectors or buyers. So they want to work through aggregators. But they
Okay.
have done some work with some aggregators and got their fingers bent before. So people lost money. So they're looking
Okay.
for an honest person. So they ran to us. and then they channel their funds through us, and then we work with the producers to be able to supply. What we
Okay.
do is that whatever funds given to us, we also let the collectors know this is what we have, what is the offer price. Then we provide regular and weekly updates to the buyers. We are doing this for you, so this is it. At this price, should we buy it? Should we go ahead? And your reps are also in the country, and they come and check the produce that has been secured in our office. So
Yeah.
they check, we all check every time. So that level of transparency has been able to move a lot of goods outside and through us. And going back in the bed, jumping on the stage, you know, average is a gamble.